Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
17 degrees outside under a cloudy sky on this Monday morning. We all are hoping that you folks out there had a good weekend and got rested up for another week of fun here in central Nebraska. We are pretty lucky. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Now, some folks in the last week out in the Sandhills got some snow, several inches.
Yes.
And then over the weekend, Kearney to the west.
Oh, southwest Nebraska.
Yeah,
Man.
got a lot of snow.
Yeah, and supposed to get more.
Yeah.
I think, tonight.
Yeah. So, we could use the moisture, but I have talked to quite a few agriculturalists out there, and they indicate that maybe it'd just be nice to get rain when the time comes.
Yeah.
But we'll take it any way we can get it. But we've been kind of, just on the edge here last couple of snows, and they had interstate, it was pretty treacherous over the weekend and had it closed, and I think Kearney to Kimball was kind of nasty, and the visibilities were terrible, and we're sitting here, not too bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. So if you feel lucky, that's fine. If you feel unlucky because you didn't get moisture, that's understandable as well. We try to get along here on the Breakfast Show.
Absolutely.
Of course, we only bring you facts, no fibs here on the show, of anything serious anyway. I was kind of disappointed yesterday. We did sit down and watch the Creighton basketball team in their effort to get into the Final Four of the NCAA tournament. They didn't look as sharp as they had as far as their shooting goes in other games. Their three-pointers just weren't going down for them. The big guy was having trouble getting the ball to roll into the basket when he had
the
some
second half,
opportunities. The ending was rather weird.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I don't know,
to say the least. I don't know if I've ever heard of officials bringing out a stopwatch to determine the final 1.2 seconds of a game, but it is what it is, as my dad would always say.
Yeah, it's the final,
there was plenty of controversy, wasn't there?
There was, and it's let's face it, depending on which side you're on. Those were close enough situations that you could have been happy and unhappy. The foul that was called there with the last shot of the game, basically, I guess, that didn't go down, and Creighton got called on a foul, and he hit one of those shots, so they won by 1 point. I don't know, some of the roughhousing you see underneath the basket and banging going on, and then this is coming down to last seconds of the game, and you call a foul for a guy having his hand on somebody's hip. If you're a Creighton person.
Oh, I know. Trust me. Yeah. I know. I got to be careful. I might go off on my soapbox here.
Okay, I won't lead you up there.
But I will say this. I think we have forgotten sometimes when we watch athletic competition, there is a degree of human, and I stress the word human, decision-making and judgment in every single sporting event. That's just the way it is. And, in life, I've made plenty of decisions that upon further review, I maybe would have decided differently.
Yeah.
But in the part of officiating, you got to make a split-second decision based solely on what you see. And when you can slow it down for the fans and take it frame by frame by frame, we as fans can watch and go, how in the world can you call that? But it's an element of the game.
Yes, it is.
Whether you like it or not, human decision-making and judgment is an element of the game, not just from an officiating standpoint, but coaching, playing. You're making decisions all the way through the thing. I don't understand why Creighton fouled with the shot clock at 4 seconds.
I don't either.
Which then took the shot clock out of the equation for the final 6.7 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't get that one either,
But again, decision making.
yeah,
and
under pressure.
And it's just an element of the game, and you can debate it, you can argue it. But again, as my dad would always say, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yet, with social media and technology, the way you slow everything down now, the scrutiny that coaches and players and officials are under is too much.
It is.
I believe.
I'm with you there.
But as a fan, as I'm watching it, let it go.
Yeah.
Don't call the foul. But I think the replay showed where you can see why the official blew the whistle. What was there contact? Yeah.
Well,
but
with one hand.
But it goes back to what you said. There's probably at least 10 plays during the course of the game where you can show that there was more egregious contact than what was there that wasn't called.
Yeah.
But again, it's an element of the game.
Yeah.
Human decision making all the way through it, but the scrutiny of it, and I've said this, the Nebraska School Activities Association is running ads trying to get people to officiate and become officials because there's a shortage.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to be an official. There's no way.
No, there's a lot of expert fans out there.
Because of the scrutiny.
Yeah.
And I think the scrutiny and I think social media has a lot to do with it. The scrutiny has gotten out of control.
Well,
that's my opinion.
Don't worry, because it's all going to be. We're going to use we're going to use AI intelligence. Artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah.
Will be refereeing most of our sports in the very near future.
That's a good point. Well, baseball's trying to take the human decision-making element out of it. I mean, you look at baseball right now. If they do go to the automatic strike zone, which I think is coming, would you agree?
I'm afraid you're right. I really don't want to see it.
I don't either.
Because I want to. How are you going to have an argument with an AI?
Exactly. But it could come to the point where technology tries to even take that human element, the human decision making, out of the equation. I don't know.
Well, but you've seen it partially. You know, football kind of led the way with using the replay and playing it over and over again, and then other sports followed. They have some kind of funny rules on when they can use that in particular sports. But I guess when it's all said and done, Creighton had a great season. They almost made the Final Four for the first time, and they were 1 point away from doing that. And I imagine they'll be back again next year. Basketball's a funny thing, though. None of the first seeds, the ones who were picked, made it into the final competition whatsoever. So anybody that has a bracket, just crumble it up and throw it away. I mean, I know you didn't do it this year, but I'm not sure anybody there's got to be a very small percentage that's got the teams that are in the Final Four for this year.
Yeah, it'll be a fresh look in the Final Four.
That's true.
For sure.
Yep.
So.
And the ladies are battling it out now. The women's tournament underway and full steam ahead. Some great competition there. Some stars blooming out of that. So it's that time of year. It's that March Madness thing. Let's take a look at the March Madness menus. And I'll start with the Prairie Pioneer Center today. They're having Cook's Choice on this Monday, the 27th. And all you need to do is call them, let them know you're coming at 872-6121. Give them a call by 9 o'clock.
Litchfield today showing Runza casserole on the menu today at Litchfield.
Anselmo Myrna, hot pepperoni subs, cheeseburgers, crispy chicken shaker with roasted flatbread, vegetables, fruit, and milk.
Loop City today showing a barbecue chicken sandwich or street carnitas pork sandwich on the menu today at Loop City.
At Ansley, beef and noodles at the Ansley schools today.
All right, Cozad today, some of their choices include tenders with Italian bread, ham and cheddar melt, some of the choices at Cozad.
Broken Bow featuring the hot pepperoni sub, cheeseburger, fresh baked ham and cheese subs. They're also having the crispy chicken shaker with roasted flatbread. At the grill station, they're having a hot dog basket, and along with those choices, vegetables, fruit, and milk at Broken Bow.
Gothenburg today, some of their choices include cheeseburger, tater tot casserole, and pizza on the menu today at Gothenburg.
At Thedford, it's popcorn chicken, fruit, vegetables, and milk. All right, I think we'll go ahead and do one of these. We might do a couple today. We've been highlighting some businesses that were receiving awards and accolades at the recent Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce banquet. And we just thought it would be kind of fun to highlight those on the radio since not everybody gets to go to the banquet. And today we're moving into businesses that have been serving the area for 25 years. First one up is Fixed Right Auto Body. Todd and Tammy Fenton opened up on August 1st, 1998 at the current location at 135 North 10th Avenue. The building had been owned by the Fenton family since 1970. It started as a one-man operation. Todd had the very basic tools and equipment available to get started. And with a great deal of hard work and dedication, the business has grown to a four-person shop with top-notch equipment to repair vehicles to the pristine condition. Todd is proud of all his employees and wants to recognize Justin Potter, who is currently only one class away from being a master certified painter, and Nathan Peters, who is a Platinum 1 certified painter. Congratulations to Todd and Tammy Fenton on your 25th anniversary. We're glad you're here doing what you do. And the old John Deere building.
Yeah.
Yep. And they've fixed that all up, too. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll feature maybe another business yet today before we close the show. Let's play the game.
All right, let's do. March is Women's History Month, so we have one final question about American women's history. Who was the first woman to be the vice presidential nominee of a major political party? Who was the first woman to be the vice presidential nominee of a major political party? Your choices are Margaret Chase Smith, Eleanor Roosevelt, Elizabeth Dole, or Geraldine Ferraro. Who was the first woman to be the vice presidential nominee of a major political party? Margaret Chase Smith, Eleanor Roosevelt, Elizabeth Dole, or Geraldine Ferraro? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
I might be new to Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, but I'm no stranger to wanting to help people. Hi, I'm Tina, and I'd love to discuss your home, auto, farm, or commercial coverage. I have several great carriers to choose from, so stop on in or call for an appointment, and we'll work together on a free, no-obligation quote. If the cold and ice is holding you back, I'll come to you. I'm at 914 South D in Broken Bow, or give me a call at 308-872-6996. Nebraska Owners Insurance under the big red awning.
Is winter weather and the fear of falling keeping you indoors for the season? Don't fall. Give Pearson's a call. Poor balance and falls can diminish your ability to lead an active and independent life, but you don't have to accept them as a consequence of aging. Pearson Physical Therapy has been helping their patients stay on their feet and take back their independence through individualized balance training programs. Reduce your chance for falls and regain your confidence this winter by calling 308-872-5800 for a free fall risk assessment with one of our therapists. That's Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 in Broken Bow.
7:45, and our neighbor Peg is on the line, and she said, I think third time is the charm. She is not giving up. Good morning, Peg. How you doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. You too, Brett.
Oh, thanks, Peg.
You know what that means. You're a gentleman, too.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's nice. That's nice.
Well, I thought it was.
Yeah. All right, Peg, you
I think
ready?
it was Geraldine Ferrari or Ferraro or whatever.
Yes, you are right. Now,
I can remember that. I'm at that age, so I can remember.
okay.
I don't think it was Hillary because she'd have been too young.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then.
But she'd have tried.
Okay, now...
You know, you got to give her E for effort. I don't care what people think about her.
Yeah.
I'm neither one, you know, and I think, you know, she's got intestinal fortitude.
She does have
Yes.
that.
Well, yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it's nice. I don't care. let her get it. It's better than what we've got on both sides,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, Peg. Now, what you've done, you've won a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. Now, would you like a bonus question to win another prize?
Well, holy Toledo, what is it?
Okay. Who was Geraldine Ferraro's running mate that year?
Oh, wow.
If you get this right, I'll throw in a $5 gift certificate to the Garden Center.
Well, let's see. That was Elizabeth Dole, Eleanor Roosevelt. God, she kicked the bucket a long time ago.
Well, no, Geraldine Ferraro, she was the vice presidential nominee. Who was the presidential nominee that she ran with that year?
A man?
Yes.
Oh my God, I don't know. Was it?
You know, Dave?
I don't. I should, but I don't.
Well, no, that's kind of a trick question.
That's a tough one.
What year would that have been?
Ooh, wow.
Now I'm going to test you.
Late,
Oh,
late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, well, that had to have been.
Yes.
Don't tell me it was Jimmy Carter.
No.
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 No, that was earlier.
I'll
Boys, come on.
I'll tell you.
Well, you tell me.
Walter Mondale.
Oh, yeah.
Walter Bond.
Well, wasn't he from Michigan or Saginaw?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Now, what do you know? You're asking me.
Well,
Well, not anything. If we don't have it on the sheet, we don't know anything, Peg.
yeah, exactly.
Well, gosh, I don't know.
We've
I
got it.
didn't know who your announcer was that sounded like Bob Bowles every morning.
Well, Bob's not here. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, I know he's not here. He wasn't ever there. I asked him one time how come Clinton didn't inhale, and Cynthia about fell off the chair laughing.
Yeah, that's a question. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said he didn't know why he didn't inhale. Oh, well, leave it to Beaver.
There you go. Well, Peg, thanks for calling in, and you did win a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. So when you can, just
all
come on
those
out and
things
see us.
I've won. I can't get out there. I don't drive anymore. I don't even
Okay.
have my pickup
We'll bring
anymore.
them to you, Peg. We just keep forgetting to do that.
Yeah,
bring 'em to you.
we'll get them all together and bring them over to you.
Well, that would certainly be neighborly.
Yeah.
it would.
Be a good neighbor.
If I can't even get down and get my mail, which Mary Jo gets for me. So
Oh, that's nice.
Good.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Peg.
MALE.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys. Okay, thank you very
bye,
much.
Peg.
Thanks, Peg. See ya.
All righty. 7:49 is your time. Okay, Brent.
Yes.
Today is Quirky Country Music Song Titles Day. I'm going to leave it up to you to think up quirky titles for country songs today, such as, here's an example.
Yeah.
All right. The Reason Our Kids Are So Ugly. I don't know if I've heard of that one before. Have you?
Oh, that's an old. I think that's an old Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn did that. I think
All
as a
right.
duet.
Okay. Another one would be the Honky Tonk Bonkadonk.
Oh, get Trace Atkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of think about it. Kind of think
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, that's what quirky country song title
Titles.
day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll think on that.
Okay. So let me go to country. There should be several, actually. Shouldn't be hard to find those. Quirky.
Yeah. I guess it. Well, here we go. Back to what we were talking about earlier in the show. Human decision making. What constitutes quirky?
Well, yeah, I'm just going through some titles now, and I don't really see anything. There's Good-Hearted Woman,
Here we go. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
which we don't have.
I think we do.
Do we?
Little Jimmy Dickens.
Oh. A little too late. Let's see.
Type in paradise, or Little Jimmy Dickens.
I'm looking for him, but he's.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm wait, because it's a long list of littles.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you probably got, yeah.
There it is.
You get it?
Yeah,
I think this would be a quirky country song title, would it not?
it would.
There you go.
Pretty quirky. Very quirky. Little Jimmy Dickens with a little, I guess, suggestion there. Quirky little title. And we'll be playing some more of those. We'll be trying to think some up. And if you'd like to send us some ideas, that's fine in our chat box. Gary said little Jimmy Dickens also sang a song called Take a Cold Tater and Wait.
Oh, there you go. That would fit the category, wouldn't it?
I don't know if I've heard that one, Gary. All right, thanks for listening, folks. We have some specials for you to consider out at the grocery cart, as they always have weekly specials for you to save money on out on East Highway 2.
All right, we'll start in the meat department, where they have 80% lean ground beef in the 10-pound tube for $2.98 a pound this week at the grocery cart. Also, Boston butt pork roast, $1.78 a pound. Country-style pork ribs on sale for $2.68 a pound this week. Some of the other things in the meat department: Best Buy bone-in chicken hindquarters on sale for $5.98 for the 10-pound bag, it says, at the grocery cart here this week. Let's see, some other things that are listed. Farmland smoked sliced bacon, all varieties, 12 to 16 ounce package, $3.98 this week. Fairberry red hot dogs, the best hot dog there is, in Brent's opinion, 12 ounce package, $3.98 this week. Reese's Main Street Bistro side dishes, 6 varieties, 20 to 24 ounce package on sale for $3.28. And the Fast Fixin' cooked breaded chicken, 20 to 24 ounce package on sale for $3.48. Going to the frozen foods section, Green Giant vegetables are on sale, 2 packages for $4 this week. Best Choice whipped topping, $1.28. Tombstone pizza on sale. Get 2 of them for $9 this week at the grocery cart. Lego My Eggo waffles are on sale for $2.98 for the box. Banquet fruit pies. Get 4 of them for $5 this week at the grocery cart. Let's see. Some other things. Banquet Basic Meals are on sale, 4 for $5. And P.F. Chang's entrees, frozen entrees, on sale for $6.98 this week. Some of the other things that are on sale, Homemaker Orange Juice, get 2 of them for $6. Crystal Farms Cheese Wraps on sale for $4.40 for the package. Kraft American Cheese Singles, ladies and gentlemen, the 16-ounce package, $4.48. Nothing tops off a sandwich or makes a grilled cheese better than the Kraft American Cheese Single. Best Choice Cheese Party Trays are on sale, $4.98. Dean's Chip Dips, 4 varieties, 2 for $4 for the container this week. Best Choice Grated Parmesan Cheese, 3 varieties, 8-ounce container, $2.98 this week. Let's see, some of the other things that are showing up on the ad. Country Hearth English Muffin Bread, 3 for $10. Sara Lee Honey Wheat Bread on sale, 2 for $5. Frito-Lay Ruffles, 2 packages for $7. Ragu Pasta Sauce on sale for $1.88 for the jar. Best Choice Pasta, 98 cents for the box this week. And, oh man, I got to get these in. Oreo cookies on sale for $3.98. Just some of the specials you'll enjoy this week in their weekly ad at the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Brent, and thank you, Grocery Cart, for all those great specials.
It's time to celebrate. Custer Floral and Gifts in Broken Bow is turning 40. They're not fooling. April 1st, 1983 was day 1. Join them Thursday and Friday 9 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 3. Every lady through the door gets a free carnation. Plus, there will be 3 drawings for $40 gift certificates and delicious baked goods to enjoy. 40% off savings will be marked on gift items, silk flowering bushes, greenery, single stems.
Silicon Valley banks have new names today. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
First Citizens will acquire all of SVB's deposits, loans, and branches, and those branches will be opening this morning under brand new ownership.
The Israeli embassy in Washington has just closed following massive protests in Israel, triggered by the prime minister. He fired his defense minister for calling out Benjamin Netanyahu's plan to overhaul the justice system.
It's not a matter of left or right. It's a matter of pure, basic human rights that are being crushed daily.
There's more treacherous weather in the forecast for the South, where a massive twister killed at least 26 people. Odyssey meteorologist Craig Allen.
Several lines of strong thunderstorms, some spawning large tornadoes once again, continuing through Alabama and moving into Georgia. The back end is still affecting the lower portions of Mississippi, which were hit so hard over the weekend.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news from Scottsbluff, Nebraska state troopers who initially performed a traffic stop in Scottsbluff unexpectedly ended up delivering a few DoorDash meals. According to a tweet from the Nebraska State Patrol, a few nights ago, troopers DeSatko and Spoor conducted a traffic stop and discovered that the driver of the vehicle had a revoked driver's license. Troopers also discovered that the driver was in the process of delivering DoorDash orders to people in Gering, Nebraska. The troopers decided to take it on themselves and complete the remaining 2 orders the driver had, with Trooper Spoor handling the processing of the stop driver and Trooper DeSatko delivering the orders. One DoorDash customer who was not identified said, quote, "I would just love to reach out to the state trooper who went above and beyond service tonight after a traffic stop and delivered my DoorDash order to me. You're truly an amazing person, and I appreciate your service so much." That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In college basketball, the Final Four is set. 5th-seeded San Diego State got a controversial free throw in the final seconds to edge the 6th-seed Creighton 57-56. They'll face the 9th-seed Florida Atlantic in the national semifinal. And the 5th-seed Miami of Florida rallied down 13 points in the second half, beat the 2-seed Texas 88-81. Miami, San Diego State, Florida Atlantic all going to the Final Four for the first time in school history. The other team that's in there, that's 4th-seeded UConn. They've definitely been that before and won the title before. In the NBA, the Celtics crushed the Spurs 137-93. Jaylen Brown, 41 points for Boston. Grizzlies won their 6th in a row, beating the Hawks 123-119. LeBron James returned from injury, played 30 minutes off the bench, had 19 points, but the Lakers lose at home to the Bulls 118-108. Cavaliers over the Rockets 108-91. Timberwolves beat the Warriors on the road 99-96. NHL Bruins edge the Hurricanes 4-3 in a shootout.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Chances for rain and snow later today, a high near 41. Up to half an inch of snow falls tonight, a low around 20. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high near 49. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low around 22. Wednesday, partly sunny, high near 44. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, low around 28. Thursday, high near 65. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Cotter.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situations change? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you.
We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track, no matter what happens. Contact us today at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:05, 19 degrees outside. Cloudy skies, winds are calm, barometric pressure continues to rise at 3019, humidity at 89%. High yesterday was 34 with an overnight low of 11 degrees. And the furnace was kicking on a little more overnight last night than it has been. Sunrise today occurred at 7:31, sunset at 7:57, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:29. 2200s precipitation measured here at Broken Bow so far this month. And as we mentioned, lots of snow around us to the west of us and north of us and south of us, but nothing really here. And they had a little frozen moisture down Omaha, Lincoln yesterday as well. But here in the center, little bit dry. All right, we have some businesses we're going to talk about, and we have a guest coming in from Gibbons Electric. They purchased a breakfast show during the chamber banquet, recent chamber banquet, so if they can make it in, we'll get them on the air this morning. We're playing quirky country song titles today because it is Quirky Country Music Song Title Day. So if you're singing along to classics like the one we mentioned, You're the Reason Our Kids Are So Ugly, then you're well on your way to celebrating Quirky Country Music Song Title Day. It's also National Scribble Day.
Oh. Now, were you one of those kids that, you're sitting in class, you're trying to pay attention, and then you just happen to look down at your paper where you're taking notes, and all of a sudden, in the middle of a note, it just turns into scribbles and doodles?
I wasn't too much of a scribbler or doodler, but I was usually drawing probably a stock car.
Yeah.
I was also trying to draw Civil War pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I had a classmate, Steve Bunnemeyer, who was excellent artist, and he could draw the coolest Civil War pictures, and I was trying to emulate his abilities. And I did a lot of guys with beards.
Yeah.
I like to draw a guy with goatees and mustaches.
So you didn't even start taking notes. You just immediately started drawing pictures.
Yes.
It's okay.
That's why I got a 56 on my government test, American government test.
That would do it.
This is National Joe Day. I kind of like this one.
Okay.
Celebrating one of the most popular names in America. Heck, we even got a president named Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay tribute to your Cup of Joe or your G.I. Joe or even your cousin Joey. Even salute Joanna, Josie, and Jody, too. Raise up a cup of coffee and salute all the regular Joes in your life.
All right. You got your coffee cup?
Yep.
We're
Salute.
raising it right now. Yo, Joe.
Not bad.
Nope.
Okay. I'm looking. I found one. Now I lost it.
Oh, a quirky country music song title?
Yeah. Well, Don't Come Home a-Drinkin'. That's kind of quirky in a way, but that's pretty country. That's pretty acceptable in country.
I was thinking about Who's Gonna Mow Your Grass
Do we
by
have that
Buck
one?
Owens.
Oh, I'll put in Buck. He probably has some others, too. Together Again. Made in Japan. Barefoot and Buck Wild.
I don't know if I'm familiar with that one.
That's by Lauren Elena. I'm not sure.
Oh, Lauren Elena.
Elena, yeah.
Oh, yeah, American Idol person.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know about that one. I like this one, I Want My Life Back.
Okay, there you go.
Well, I don't see the one you're talking about. Who's Gonna Mow the Grass?
Oh, man, that's too bad. That's a classic.
It's a pretty good one. All right. Well, we'll move on.
All right.
We'll move on.
Tiger by the Tail, that's kind of quirky.
Yeah, Tall Dark Stranger, I like that one. But mostly just because it's a great song.
Yeah.
Turn the page here. Birthdays.
Okay.
Mariah Carey celebrating a birthday today. She's 54.
Oh.
5-time Grammy-winning superstar.
So she's older than me. Huh?
Little bit.
Just a little bit.
Famous for her 5-octave vocal range, string of hits over the last 3 decades, and wildly popular with her Christmas music. Quentin, let's see. Haley Bailey, 23. I don't know, might be Halle Bailey, 23. Singer of one half of the popular Sisters singing duo. Don't know her, do you?
No.
Okay.
I know Halle Berry.
Yeah, and it's not.
But that's not her. That's Halle Bailey.
Bailey.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's about it for birthdays. Well, Quentin Tarantino is 60, director of Once Upon a Time, and Oscar-winning director and screenwriter who brought us many favorites, including Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and True Romance. They're fairly dark films.
Yeah, can't say I'm really into the Quentin Tarantino movie genre.
Well, if you live with Joan, you would be, because she likes those dark ones.
Yeah, they're kind of off the wall on some occasions.
Yeah. I think we were in Seattle. I've told this story before. We were in Seattle when Pulp Fiction first came out, and we went with the kids to the movie theater, and it was so enlightening because most of the people, I think, had seen the film before, and when they started the film up, everybody started applauding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really kind of different, and there was different parts of the show where there was applause, and, you know, they knew the film. You don't get that very often in the movies.
Not very often.
We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back right after this.
What's better than free? Nothing. Free is the best, and Bruning Bank has the perfect account for students and young adults getting started. With Bruning Bank's free checking account, you get all the perks with no pressure, no monthly service fees, no minimum balance, and you have access to online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking, and all services are mobile banking offers. Are you ready to get started with better banking? Visit us in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
If you own a small business, you've probably been hearing a lot about the ERC, how it's worth up to $26,000 per employee, how easy it is. You know the spiel. So why am I still talking to you about it now? Because many of you still haven't filed a claim, but Innovation Refunds can help you close the book on this thing. They're backed by one of those big CPA firms the corporations use, so they can determine once and for all if your business qualifies. And it's free to find out. Go to innovationrefunds.com. That's innovationrefunds.com.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns, and here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It is 8:13, and we have a guest in the studio. Andy Gibbons is here from Gibbons Electric. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Well, not too bad. Can you think of any quirky country song titles?
I actually looked this up while I was sitting in the parking lot waiting.
Oh, wow.
You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd.
Of course, yes. Yeah, there you go.
That's a good one. He probably had quite a few.
There's quite a few, but that's the one that got me.
Okay. Thanks. Because I was kind of starting to panic. I wasn't thinking of
There's
any.
lots of quirky songs, but the titles are just normal.
Yeah, well, especially country songs.
Yeah.
It's usually around, you know, loving and fighting and drinking and driving on a dirt road. And, you know, all the titles are kind of inclusive there.
Right.
Yeah.
I was thinking In Spite of Ourselves, 'cause it's a really quirky song, but
the title's not
the
so
title's
much.
just
Yeah.
normal.
She got the gold mine, I got the shaft.
That's a pretty good
Would
one.
that count?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another one. Yeah. Well, we'll get to those. But right now we want to talk about what you're up to, Andy. What's going on in the electric business?
Oh, same old same.
Same old same?
Lots of stuff.
Spring is here, so projects probably are being thought about or being planned.
Yep. There's lots of stuff coming. I mean, I was talking to the lumberyard in Ansley, and they said they have lots of houses coming up, lots of barn dominiums people are trying to get quotes on, so hopefully I can get into some of that.
Can I ask you, what is a barn dominium? Do you know?
It's like a house and a shop built together.
Oh, okay.
So
I've heard the term, but I haven't really known.
Yeah, you announce the
what it
commercials
is.
all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, I do the advertisement for it, but okay, barn dominium.
What is it again?
It's like building a pole barn kind of, and then build your living quarters into it, build your house into it.
Oh.
So you have your house, and then you have a great big garage there, so you can.
Well,
sounds like a man's dream.
Yeah, pretty much.
Little house with a big shop.
About 3 rooms and 42 car garage.
Yeah, put your toys next to your house, basically.
Pretty much.
Cover. Well, that sounds kind of nice. Well, I'm glad that things are picking up that way, and that means, you know, like you say, some jobs that you'll probably be doing. Talk a little bit about the range. I know the advertising that you put on the radio talks about you'll do anything from replacing lighting to plug-ins all the way up to full-blown construction, right?
Yeah, all the way. Teaching classes even.
I was going to ask you about that. You did the class at Mid Plains, right?
Still am, yep.
Well, okay,
Yep.
and I heard that Casey was in on Friday, and she said there's been great response to this.
Yeah, it's going really good. Yep. Not the side segue out of what Dave asked, but yeah, the college is going really good.
Yeah.
We've had, I think, 9 people signed up for it this time, 4-week class, so learning
great.
everything. I was going to call in when Casey was here last week, and I didn't make it in time, so.
Well, she covered it pretty well, but, well, let's just put it this way, Andy. I've put in light switches before where when I'm done, you turn it the opposite direction to turn the light on and off.
Instead of on and off, it says no on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know what I did wrong, but I'm going, yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of the idea of the class. Yeah. I mean, just to give a basic understanding of how to do stuff.
Yeah.
I hate having to charge a service rate to go and reset a breaker or to put in an outlet or something like that when a homeowner is capable of doing it. So it's just kind of this is how you install an outlet. This is how you properly do a light switch. This is how that stuff goes. So,
and you're right. We could do it if we have the know-how.
Exactly.
And the confidence then to do it, and save a little money and save a trip. You're going to have to charge, your hourly rate and probably some travel to come and do that sort
exactly.
of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's good. So, do you like to do you put in garage doors?
No.
I don't blame you. Talking to somebody on the phone the other day, my wife says, "What are you doing?" Well, I'm just getting ready to throw the remote control across the garage. I'm working on my garage door. There's a little electricity involved, but it's mostly mechanics.
Yep.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So what about commercial? What are you able to do with commercial electricity?
Pretty much anything.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, from running conduit to hooking up motors to hooking up contactors. I mean, anything.
Okay. All right.
Anything electrical, I'm more than capable of handling for everybody.
Good to go. How about the store?
It's doing good.
Doing good?
Doing good.
And Viero and all of that?
Yep, she's doing really good.
That.
Keeping busy.
Is she keeping you in line?
Well, she's trying to.
Oh, I bet she does. Well, maybe.
It's a lot more work
than it should be.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks, I think, have discovered that Viero has some benefits. The technology is a little different, and there's some packages and so forth for kids and so on and so forth.
Yep.
That people can take advantage of. And your wife, Sandra, she's very knowledgeable in this business because she's worked for competitive companies before.
Yeah, she is the cell phone queen.
She is. She knows her stuff.
Anytime anybody goes in, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter who the provider is, she'll take care of you. If it's
fixed.
Something like software, you downloaded 300 solitaire games on your phone or something, or you just need to do a power cycle, or you plowed the phone under the ground and need a new phone.
Yeah.
She's had everything come in, so
good.
She'll take care of them.
Good.
I bet she's heard some interesting stories.
She has.
I bet.
Yes.
I bet she's come across some interesting things on what has happened to people's phones.
I think she sold a phone to a guy because he plowed it into the ground. He was out farming and fell out of his pocket and got plowed under. So she sold him a phone, and about a week later, he did the same thing again.
Oh, no.
So she sold him a phone and a new case to make sure it didn't happen a third time.
There you go.
Well, I know that one time we were in Arcadia several years ago. Shannon had just started working for us, and she'd been here a while, and we were at the Legion Club doing a remote, and she accidentally dropped her phone in the toilet.
Yeah.
And it kind of, she tried the rice thing and all of that, and she ended up getting another phone. They don't like moisture too much.
No.
So
they don't.
But your wife can help anybody with it. I know she's super good. So, as you say, there's a lot of benefits to checking out Viero. We have a router that we have from Viero. It allows us to do a lot of video and things that we wouldn't be able to do.
Right.
So there's technology there that's just enough different that it's beneficial to have it.
Yep, and they did just update some of the software tower. I'm not sure exactly what it does for us, but it's supposed to help a little bit with range. So,
all right, so stop in and talk about it, right?
Yeah, yep.
What else do you do in the store? I know that's one of the main things. You got the electric shop and then the phone service.
That's pretty much all we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had any other items for sale.
No, if you need something electrical,
some
parts, feet of
or
wire or some parts or something, we have that stuff.
Okay.
You can come in and get it. But mostly it's just the phone and my storage.
Yeah. Well, that probably takes some space.
Yeah.
So right on the main street of Ansley, folks, Ansley, America, and the main street really looks good in Ansley. I think people, when we talk about Ansley, we need to encourage people to take a left or a right off of Highway 2 and drive up over the railroad tracks and take a look at the improvements made in downtown Ansley. It looks really good.
Actually, drive into town and take a look.
Yeah.
The town's coming. There's lots going on.
Yeah. You got a lot of good things happening. Yeah. So we're springtime makes us think about festivals and so forth. Any thoughts on the Muddy Creek celebration?
That's actually why I'm here today.
Okay.
That's what we were coming on. We have a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock at the Ansley High School to help plan this year's Muddy Creek celebration. We've got our bands picked out. They're going to be Rascal Martinez.
Oh, wow.
Which is we're really happy to have him.
Top of the line there.
Yeah. Ansley Lumber is a huge supporter for this one. They wanted him to come in for quite a few years, and they said they would help sponsor a lot if we would get him to come. So we reached out to him as soon as last year's was done and
Good idea.
got him on the books.
Yeah.
And, we also have Downtown Nowhere from Mason City, which is Michaela Campbell.
Okay. Is it a kind of variety band or?
They're a country band.
Country. Okay.
Yep. And then we have Audition from Kearney. They're kind of more of a rock pop band. Just a little change up. We always do country in Ansley. We've done country in Ansley for years. So
right.
Everybody likes country, but everybody likes rock too.
They like a mix of everything.
Yep.
And will they be performing? I know you're going to get together and work on things, but typically, do they play on different nights?
They will all play on Saturday night.
Okay.
At the beer garden.
All right.
We're going to open the beer garden up at 4 o'clock or 4:30, and they all have about an hour set. Rascal Martinez goes on at 9 and plays until midnight.
Okay.
So
you got the openers basically,
Yep.
and then that one. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
A phenomenal show. We have Legends is going to do our beer garden this year.
Great.
I think Friday night we're going to do a lot like we did last year, where it's the individual businesses coming in together and putting on a little Main Street carnival like we did last year. I know we'll have root beer floats. Probably have some bounce houses. I'm not sure what all we're going to have yet, but it should be a heck of a celebration this year.
Well, you kind of changed gears last year, I think, with the idea we're going to keep it simple and have it for the family and the kids and simple games and approach it a little bit differently. There's not a lot of carnivals around anymore that anybody can get or afford.
Right.
And, bouncy houses and games and good old-fashioned ideas is what you were percolating last year. It must have worked.
It worked fantastic last year, yep. Last year we focused a lot on the individual groups in town, the businesses and the different groups coming together and helping put it on. So I approached every business on Main Street in town and I said, I need you to do this for us. I need an activity for Friday night. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's golf, whether it's tossing washers, throwing darts at balloons, just something kind of carnival themed.
Mm-hmm.
And they all came together phenomenal and put on a heck of a celebration for us.
That's great to hear. And it also is a little less stress on just a few people on a committee, right?
Right.
Yeah. Because I think all the communities out there, for summer fun, you get some burnout with some folks. And when maybe you just say, like you mentioned, would you do this one thing?
Yep.
And then everybody does one thing and it happens.
Yep, it comes together a lot better. That's what we want for our meetings. We want people to come in and bring your ideas. If you have an idea and you're interested in putting it on, come to the meeting, talk to us. We'll we'll entertain any activity. We'll just schedule you a time.
Okay.
You tell us when you want to do it, and we'll let it happen.
Now, if there's somebody out there, Andy, that's listening that isn't an Ansley business or a community member, and they have something the kids might like, would you guys be willing to talk to them about it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely. We'll take anybody.
Yeah. Well, there's some folks out there who do some summer things for kids that, you know, I'm thinking one of the things that we learned about this last year was the axe throwing. And I don't know, we
had them come last year.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yes, but somebody like that who has an activity that they would be willing to bring in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Absolutely. We have a fishing tournament. We've had that for quite a few years. Trent Feck puts that on every year.
Yeah.
With his grandmother sponsors it, Rita. So she sponsors it, gives him the money, tells him to go buy fishing gear for all the kids, and we have they go and fish and spend about an hour, 2 hours. Dads walk around and measure fish for all the other kids, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you have to have some folks who are willing to untangle line too.
Yep. The best thing about that fishing tournament is the first year, if you don't have anything to fish with, you don't have a pole or something, you can borrow one, and then by the end of that tournament, you'll have your own fishing pole, you'll have your own tackle. He buys this stuff, but toward the end of it, he takes it home. The kids get to take it home.
They get to take it home.
Yep.
Yeah. I've seen some photos of that, and it's really cool to see the kids maybe with a big old bluegill or a small little bluegill, whatever the case.
Some of them bring in little guppies or little tiny ones, and you get an award for the smallest fish. So
yeah, and there's some nice bass in there, crappie are in there, catfish. So anything could happen, and it really
makes me feel
up.
horrible because I never catch anything.
Well, I know, but that's the way. The last couple of years, I've been like on a go fishing and not bring any fish home. But at least you get to go fishing. But it's fun to watch the kids fish.
That's true. Yep.
So yeah, and Ansley has some pretty surprising size fish off and on that get pulled out of there. So.
Yep.
Now I don't know. I don't know if they put trout in there this year.
They didn't this year.
So there's probably not very many of those left. But there's all kinds of other species.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like fun. Most everything will happen on Main Street.
Friday night, everything will be on Main Street.
Okay.
There may be a teen dance like we did last year. We haven't discussed that a whole lot yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Spartan Foundation wants to do another walk run.
Oh.
I think, don't quote me on that.
Right, they're talking about it. Maybe.
Yeah. That'll be Friday evening, Friday night. And then Saturday, everything will be over at the park.
Okay.
After the parade.
All right. Be a little cooler there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are the actual dates then?
The last weekend in June, it'll be the June 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I know that they're still working out details, but it sounds like after last year's success, you're well on your way to putting it together.
Yep. We're going to keep it pretty simple and keep it a lot like we did last year. And I think we're working on getting another fire breather juggler to come in again. We had him down in Main Street last year. That was pretty fun.
I bet it was. Well, that probably is something the kids won't forget.
No, they loved it.
And adults as well.
He had some pretty bad dad jokes, but it was still a pretty good time.
Well, as long as he could entertain and, a few bad jokes.
Yep.
Not bad. Anything else?
I think that's about all I got.
All right. Well, that's pretty good.
And you got a planning meeting tonight.
Tonight,
right?
8 o'clock. Anybody is welcome to come and join us. It'll be at the Ansley High School. 6 o'clock, just show up and come on with
bring
whatever
your
ideas you got.
Ideas or questions, and find out how you can help, right?
Anything you didn't like last year, it's a good time to bring it up this year. We did ask for suggestions and opinions last year, and we got some good feedback. I don't think we got anything negative.
That's great. That's great. Well, you want to keep it going, and I know that you feel strongly about that, and some of the community members would hate to see that go away.
Right.
And to keep it kind of old-fashioned simple sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me in, guys.
Gibbons Electric on Main Street, and Andy's here to talk mostly about Muddy Creek Celebration. That's one of the older celebrations that exist here in our listening
This
area.
should be 136 years.
Wow. 136. You don't look that old, Andy.
I know.
That's a long time, isn't it?
It is a long time.
All right, we'll be looking forward to hearing more about that as the things kind of come together, but sounds like they really got it set up for the Ansley celebration last weekend in June. Right?
Last weekend in June.
All right. This one, we're going to play a little Joe song here because we were talking about this is Joe Day, and this is for all you regular Joes out there.
Come and see us at Bo Bootery this week and get registered for a free pair of flip-flops from Clark's. If you've seen these before, you know that beautiful colors and fun styles are what they're all about. Spring days, beautiful weather, and adventures call for spring styles. Come and see sandals and more at your home-owned shoe store, Bo Bootery in Broken Bow.
At a time when Get Up and Go seems to be in short supply, you've got to have a parts store on speed dial that you can trust. For nearly 100 years, WinQuest has been here to keep central Nebraska on the move. And with well over 100 years of combined experience, our crew is dedicated to getting you the right part with the best possible service. Combine that with an inventory that's practically bursting at the seams, it's clear that your best move is to Napa. Get Up and Go to WinQuest, serving you since 1925, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
Casey and I, KBBN Radio.
Today. One thing you can always count on, though, is Nebraska State Bank, looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 6.49% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. You heard that right, a 6.49% fixed interest rate. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you've been injured or recovering from surgery, your first priority is to treat your problem. At Team Physical Therapy, we will evaluate, treat, and educate you about your specific roadblocks. We offer many therapists to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney or call 872-5111. We have great resources online at myteampt.com or call 872-5111 Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able movement.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show. We've got listeners from Nashville, Tennessee this morning. Believe it or not, Sarah Sands is listening from Nashville. Thank you, Sarah. She has an idea on a quirky song. She says, one of them comes to mind is Peel Me a Nanner. Have you heard that one?
No.
I don't believe I have, but it's a good idea, good title. Sarah, thanks so much. Reed says, Can't Roller Skate in a Buffalo Herd by Roger Miller, and that's one that Andy thought of as well. And again, little Jimmy Dickens had one called Take a Cold Tater and Wait, which I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it's got a good title.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Universal Insurance and see what they have going down at the office right now. They're getting ready for spring there, of course.
They remind you that it's always important to insure your home, your family, and your possessions. But if you're in business, you want to make sure that it is insured properly. Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow about getting the right coverage. They have a wide knowledge base and catalog of information to help your business, from HR to OSHA availability to other features that will play a key role in your business success on the insurance side. Talk to Universal Insurance in Broken Bow today. Give them a call at 872-6438, or you can visit them at 940 South E Street in Broken Bow.
All right, this was sent to Brent's phone, the one I loved back then, the Corvette song. The one I loved back then, the Corvette song, George Jones for you. Quirky little song on this quirky titled Country Song Day. Again, thank you to Sarah for listening from Nashville, Tennessee. Late start today for Mount Custer truck sales. This came in just a little bit ago. They'll be opening up at 10 a.m. today at Mount Custer Truck Sales out on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. One of these days, I want to stop out to Mount Custer Truck Sales and see what they're building.
Oh.
Because they take trucks and make them brand new. It's pretty cool. Take them down to frame and bring them back up and get them ready to be used like brand new trucks.
Nice.
And they have parts too, by the way, and all sorts of things for you guys out there and gals who do trucking out on the farm, or maybe you do some trucking on the side, or maybe it's your living. They're ready to go to work for you. But they will be opening up at 10 a.m. today at the Mount Truck Sales, Custer Truck Sales. All right. Sun Valley Landscaping is also located in Ansley. And we were just talking with Andy Gibbons about the Muddy Creek Festival and spring and all the things coming up. And that business has really grown. A lot like the activity we were talking about in Ansley. Chaz is kind of, she's just grown a lot since she opened up the greenhouse there. And she still does landscaping and has all sorts of plants and flowers and hanging baskets and all sorts of things that people just love because the quality is so great. But she needs some help.
Looking for some full-time seasonal and part-time seasonal help at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. They're hiring to fill a position for a greenhouse nursery worker and a position for landscape helper. You would be planting plugs and bare root stock, watering, moving trays and baskets, sweeping and maintaining a clean workplace, work as a cashier, moving and arranging nursery stock for retail. Also, you need to be able to lift 25 to 50 pounds repeatedly, looking for someone self-motivated and willing to receive feedback to improve one's performance. This would be Monday to Friday and some weekends during the peak season, looking for people with weekend availability as well. Previous greenhouse and nursery experience would be a plus, but it's not necessary. Basic plant knowledge and an interest in plants is certainly a plus, but a willingness to learn is a must. Good starting pay. Pay will be based on experience. If you're interested, contact Chaz at 308-325-7070. That's 325-7070. By the way, opening day for Sun Valley Landscaping is April the 14th, so mark your calendars and make sure you follow them on Facebook for information on upcoming hanging basket and succulent classes.
More after these words.
Gary's Superfoods invites you to explore their aisles holding these deals and many more. Chairman's Reserve Premium Boneless Pork Sirloin Chops are just $2.39 a pound, and USDA Choice Sirloin Tip Roast is $4.99 a pound. Start your day with select General Mills cereals at 2 for $6. Our family shredded or chunked cheeses are only $1.99 each. For your pasta night, Creamette pastas and Creamette egg noodles are 2 for $4. For a quick snack, Cheez-Its are 2 for $5. And don't forget to check out their new sushi selections. Gary's Superfoods on South B Street in Broken Bow.
Anytime is a great time to save in all departments at Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow with their in-store circular. Packages of motion sickness tablets are $3.99, and to settle your stomach, antacid chewable tablets are also $3.99. 120-count tablet aspirin is $4.99, or pick up acetaminophen 100 counts for $8.99. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday from 9 until 1. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Starting in May, Varney Health Mart will be open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, with the drive-thru closing at 5. Saturday hours are 8:30 to 12:30, closed on Sunday.
8:47 is your time. Yesterday was a big day for area students who were receiving scholarships, courtesy of a lot of great people out there through the Custer County Foundation. And I think Jeremy was there Facebook Living it. Were you not, Jeremy? Yeah. Big crowd. Lots of dollars handed out. Lots of scholarships. $140,000. Wow. Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. That is amazing. The amount of help they give the young people getting a good start for their schooling, whether it be to college or 2-year program, whatever. It's pretty neat. And this year it was in Broken Bow. They move it around to different communities that are involved in the foundation because it is the Custer County Foundation. And I would imagine, I know that Grant was planning on rounding up some information on that. And I guess the big news is there's kids getting a head start going off to college. And it's already almost April. So they'll be having a little bit of summertime activity and off they go. And so that's pretty neat deal. Congratulations to all the recipients, and thank you so much to the people who make it possible, including the gals down at the Custer Foundation. They do a great job, and the board just putting it all together. Thank you very much. Nebraska Land Hearing Center is located on the east side of the square, downtown Broken Bow. They share space with the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce. Her name of the business is on the window. You can also call Roxanne for more information about how you can set up a hearing test.
Indeed. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience, offers some great discounts just for buying local, so visit with her about those. Now Roxanne accepts CARE credit cards. This enables you to finance hearing aids for over a period of time with lower payments. Ask Roxanne about CARE credit cards. There's no need to go outside of the area to have your hearing checked now because Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here in Custer County. And you get that good follow-up local service as well. So visit with Roxanne. Get your appointment set today by calling 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852 for the Nebraska Land Hearing Center.
All right, you know, the little Ruski's been on the blink lately. She's been on strike, and she's not been answering our requests. And her light was red, which always means she's all worked up and mad.
Now, this is, many people wouldn't necessarily know this as the Ruski, but rather as the Alexa device, correct?
Yeah.
Just in case people are, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I've kind of coaxed her into participating today.
Yeah, is she going to work with you today?
Well,
now, did you apologize to her, or did she just basically say, you know what, Dave, we're going to start new?
I didn't say anything to her.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. I just kind of jumbled her around a little bit, kind of woke her up.
Yeah.
I wasn't brutal or anything, but
Okay.
I just kind of got the electricity going to her.
Oh.
And she seems to be responding. So
good.
I don't stand a chance with her, so it's in your hands.
Oh, yeah,
to see
put
if-
the pressure on me.
Well, she doesn't like me. I don't like her.
Well, she
It's as
must
simple
like
as
you
that.
if she's willing to work with you today.
Well, she probably got tired of just sitting around doing nothing.
That could be. So what? So you want me to see if she's...
See if she responds.
Okay, all right. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. You may have heard the proverb, if March comes in like a lion, it will go out like a lamb. One interpretation of this is that if the month starts off stormy, it will end with mild weather. Another interpretation, whoever said that might be, lion. Here's your flash briefing.
I got that.
From Reuters.
Here's what's trending now.
Oh,
You
wow,
can
we get
defer
news.
payments of a full
You might
NetSuite
wanna stop.
implementation
Oh,
for
Alexa.
6 months. 33,000 companies
Did
have
you hear
already
me?
upgraded to NetSuite.
Yeah, see. Yeah.
I don't. She doesn't listen. Tries to shove news down your throat.
I like that thing about March coming in like a lion, going out like a lamb. And then what'd she say? You might be lying or something. I think there's people in the state that are kind of believing the second part of that.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of going out like a lion in some parts of the state.
Sure has been. Sure has been. Well, now that she is responding, would you want to ask for the Roger Miller song?
Is that the name of it?
Yeah,
You
it's-
can't skate in a buffalo herd?
Yep, that's what it says there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Alexa, play You Can't Roller Skate in a Buffalo Herd by Roger Miller.
Sure. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd by Roger Miller from Spotify.
Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Protesters are blocking roads in Tel Aviv and disrupting flights at Ben Gurion Airport over Prime Minister Netanyahu's plan to overhaul the court system. This man's in Jerusalem.
I think it is a tremendous mistake to stop the reform. However, I can understand because of the heat of the moment and the fighting that's going on, he has to make a calculated decision.
Volodymyr Zelensky visits front lines in Zaporizhia amid Vladimir Putin's plan to place atomic weapons in neighboring Belarus. CBS's Ramy Inocencio.
Following Russia's nuclear threat, Ukraine is now demanding an emergency session at the United Nations.
More dangerous weather expected in the south after a deadly EF4 twister in Mississippi. Correspondent Omar Villafranca.
The destruction is widespread and in every direction, with at least 2,000 homes damaged or destroyed from Friday's tornado.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In college basketball, the Final Four is set. Fifth-seeded San Diego State got a controversial free throw in the final seconds to edge the sixth-seed Creighton 57-56. They'll face the 9-seed Florida Atlantic in the national semifinal. And the 5th-seed Miami of Florida rallied down 13 points in the second half, beat the 2-seed Texas 88-81. Miami, San Diego State, Florida Atlantic all going to the Final Four for the first time in school history. The other team that's in there, that's 4-seeded UConn. They've definitely been that before and won the title before. In the NBA, the Celtics crushed the Spurs 137-93. Jaylen Brown, 41 points for Boston. Grizzlies won their 6th in a row, beating the Hawks 123-119. LeBron James returned from injury, played 30 minutes off the bench, had 19 points, but the Lakers lose at home to the Bulls 118-108. Cavaliers over the Rockets 108-91. Timberwolves beat the Warriors on the road 99-96. NHL Bruins edge the Hurricanes 4-3 in a shootout.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Chances for rain and snow later today, a high near 41. Up to half an inch of snow falls tonight, a low around 20. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high near 49. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low around 22. Wednesday, partly sunny, high near 44. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, low around 28. Thursday, high near 65. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Cotter.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, has the offerings you're looking for this winter to prepare for next year. As you know, every season brings new focuses. Here are theirs right now. Specials on driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials, to name a few. If you've worked with Custer Electric and Irrigation in the past, you know that they want to get you taken care of the right way at the best price possible. They encourage you to get the work you need done scheduled as soon as possible because prices are rapidly increasing for a lot of supplies. Plus, that schedule book can only get so full. Don't forget licensed electrical work you might need done too on ag, commercial, and residential applications. Ask for a free quote. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow, serving the whole area with electrical, agricultural, and commercial services. Call today at 872-7786. Follow them on Facebook or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:03 is your time. It's 22 degrees under a cloudy sky. Let's talk a little bit about Off-Broadway Apartments. As we mentioned, we've been saluting businesses that have been serving the area for a number of years, and we're using the nice booklet that the Chamber of Commerce had available at the recent Chamber banquet, their annual banquet, where they recognize people for years of service and other awards as well. And, of course, we know Off-Broadway Apartments really well because the gals come in and visit with us once a week or so. But it was originally a restaurant, and I think a lot of you will remember that. It was Big J's Family Restaurant, owned by Paul and Deb Steck. And Big J's opened in 1980. And after the banquet was over, Joan and I ran into Paul and Deb and had a nice visit with them. And Paul says, I can't believe that it's been 25 years that Off-Broadway Apartments have been serving the area. And he put together Big J's along with his family and opened in 1980. Several of the residents have lived or living at Off-Broadway were longtime customers of Big J's. So there's some connection there. The Big J's Family Restaurant closed in 93. In 1996, Paul approached Ray Brown about the future of the building, and Ray had been in business of building nursing homes and then transferred his business to building assisted living facilities all over the country. In 1998, 27 investors and their spouses, as well as the community, invested in a project to help fill this great need here in Broken Bow. The original part of the building that was the sunroom and dining room was left standing. The rest of the 3 stories that now make up Off-Broadway were built around it. Off-Broadway is always working to achieve an environment of safety, security, and comfort. Their goal is to exceed the residents' expectations and improve their quality of life. And for the past 25 years, they've been filling 42 apartments with members of the communities, as well as others who have moved back to greater Nebraska. And they continue to strive to that excellent care that they provide and excellent surroundings. And we get a visit with Jody and Jessica every day about what's going on with all the activities and all of the things that they're doing to make life grand for those who live in Off-Broadway apartments. They've been in existence 25 years. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, safety is also a part of the breakfast show, and we have a news release. TSA declares peanut butter is a liquid.
I'm sorry?
Don't take peanut butter on your flights, airplane flights, because TSA will throw it out. Apparently, the Transportation Security Administration has officially declared that peanut butter is a liquid because it has no definite shape and it takes its shape from its container. Their words, not ours. They're calling it a liquid, therefore it has to be in a travel-sized container of 3.4 ounces or less, like the other liquids. You know, like when you take a trip and you're going to fly, you can't have very much shampoo. It's got to be in a little bottle.
I see.
Can't take more than that 3.4 ounces. So I guess peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are okay, but you can't have it in a Skippy jar or they'll take it away from you and throw it away. Has anybody tried to drink peanut butter? I sure don't think it will work very well.
Yeah, it might be a little thick. It might take a while to pour it out of the container.
I remember we were coming back from Canada, stopped into Canada on a trip. That's where it was one of the layover places. And my wife thought, well, I'll get some maple syrup. And she bought a big, expensive container of maple syrup, not thinking about the restrictions. And so there you are with, I don't know how much, it was kind of expensive. And they said, sorry. Now, you can, I think, go to the trouble of somehow having it mailed or shipped, but that's very expensive as well. It's more expensive than what it's worth.
Yeah.
But now put peanut butter on that same list.
Okay.
Along with maple syrup, shampoo, any perfumes and liquids that you have. And laptops are a real hassle. If you can avoid taking a laptop, well, I know travelers get used to that, but we took a laptop on our last overseas trip. It was a pain.
Really?
Yeah. Flying is okay once you're in the air, but it's not that much fun before
Getting
that.
on the plane is where the stress is, huh?
Yeah. All right, this one I think you're going to like. Website names top 5 superheroes. Everyone has a favorite superhero, I think.
Okay.
Who are the top 5?
You want me to start guessing?
Take your shot at it. Yeah.
Spider-Man, I would think, would be in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man.
Yes.
I'm kind of going Marvel. Iron Man. I'm going to guess Batman.
Yes.
Okay. Superman.
Yes. One more, and you've got him.
That's kind of hard. I'll guess Captain America.
You got all 5.
Really? Sweet.
You need a life.
Yes, I do. You would be correct on that.
5 superheroes.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
According to this website.
Who was number 1 on the list?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was.
Spider-Man, Captain America, Batman, Superman, and Iron Man.
Don't look at me like that. I like my superheroes.
I like them too, but I couldn't remember them all. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Sarah's still communicating. I was just back home in Bow last week. Drove up the whole way. Haven't flown since 1999.
Yeah.
Probably because you can't take peanut butter, Sarah.
Yeah, man. That's probably about the last time I flew.
99?
Yeah. Well, no, it would have been after that.
Yeah.
Had to, in the 2000, probably 2005 or somewhere in that realm.
Well, it sure changed after 9/11.
About 20 years ago. Yeah.
One of the parts I hate the most, two things.
Okay.
Taking off your belt.
Oh.
And your shoes.
Yeah.
There's just something about walking around an airport in your socks.
Uh-huh.
And then worrying about your pants falling down. Yeah, there's other things too. Your wallet, you got to put all that.
Yeah.
But once you get up, it's not too bad if it's a shorter flight.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, enough complaining there. At least we can get across the country.
That's
so
right.
Forth
Yes.
and
we can.
Very safely.
I think you can pretty much. We're kind of past the. Are we past all the COVID stuff? I mean, as far as going from country to country.
I think so. As a matter of fact, the last time we were in Ireland last year, you were going to have to test before you came back. You didn't have to test going in, I don't believe, but coming out of Ireland into the U.S., you had to test, and while we were there, they lifted that sanction. And so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, nobody was really wearing masks on the plane clear back then. Once everybody got free to get away from that.
Yeah.
I mean, there was I thought I chuckled because there was like the stewardess were wearing masks, but then when they would ask you what you wanted to eat, they would take their mask off and bend down and say, "Now, what would you like?" And you're going, "What are you wearing a mask for? If you're going to take it off to ask us what we want." Of course, the food is another thing about flying. If you're on a long flight and they serve you food, generally, I must say, and I'm not a hard guy to please with food, really, but it sucks.
Oh.
It's awful.
Is it?
Oh, it's just terrible.
I don't know if I've ever been on a flight. I've not been on a lot of flights, but I guess been on a handful, and I don't think I've ever been on one where they serve me a meal.
Yeah.
Just the, honey roasted peanuts.
Let's just say take some snacks if you can get them on.
Well, I take peanut butter, but I can't do that now.
Unless you make the sandwich before you go on.
Okay.
And then it's okay. You can have a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You just can't have a jar of peanut butter. Now, with all that complaining,
yes,
the number of incidences of terrorists on flights and things like that happening is minimal. I mean, and I think it has a lot to do with, what they do.
The restrictions.
That they have. So it keeps everybody safe. It's just a real inconvenience for everybody. And sometimes the lines are as long as the airport to get through and be checked, but that's the way it is. Let's see here. Let's try, before we close the show, if you want to do it now, let's try the Ruski, a.k.a. Alexa.
Okay.
For the song. Oh, there, I got her going. Sorry. Stop. Quit. Cut it out.
I think this would make a great reality show. Dave and Alexa. Kind of has a nice ring to it.
Dave, yeah.
Well,
it's a nice title. It's not quirky.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The song that was mentioned earlier, Peel Me a Nanner. You want to try that one?
Okay.
And let's see. Sarah says, written by Bill Anderson, but I don't know who actually performed it. So you can do whatever you want to do.
Alexa, play Peel Me a Nanner.
Oh, she went silent
again. She didn't like that one.
Let's try Good Morning to make sure she's working.
Okay. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. And get ready to kick off your Sunday shoes. On this day in 1984, Kenny Loggins' song, Footloose, hit #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100.
Ooh.
To celebrate, everybody cut footloose.
Yeah.
Getting your flash briefing.
Okay,
From
stop.
Reuters.
Alexa,
Here's
stop.
what's trending now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Footloose. You gonna play Footloose?
No.
Oh, rats. Okay. Alexa, play Peel Me a Nanner on Spotify.
Peel Me a Nanner by Roy Drusky from Spotify.
We want to enlighten you with one more or a couple more tidbits of information here this morning. I'll begin with important information I have here, and Brent has important information over there. We'll bring that together and have it for you live here on the radio on KCNI, KBBN. This is about doing your taxes, and if you have trouble getting enthused about doing your taxes, or you just don't know the steps, there's a new dating simulator that will help you with your tax return.
Okay.
Would doing your taxes be better if it was like a dating game? Keep you interested. Art dating simulator called Tax Heaven 3000 was designed to walk taxpayers through the process of preparing their 2022 tax return.
And finding a mate in the process, or what?
Well, I don't know for sure. It just says you play by charming your way into the heart of Iris, a character with a strong interest in your personal finance information.
Oh.
The game says it checks eligibility for Earned Income Tax Credit, American Opportunity Credit, and more. The dating sim is scheduled to launch April 4th. Taxes are due April 18th. So if you haven't done it, you've put it off, check out the dating simulator that will help you with your tax return.
Wow.
True.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Here's a job opportunity for you. Custer County Court is looking for a full-time assistant clerk senior position. Great starting wage, hiring bonus to join the judicial branch is available as well. Great benefits. You would be performing advanced and highly responsible judicial and or administrative support for judges and judicial administrators. In the absence of the clerk magistrate or clerk of the court, the assistant clerk senior, as designated, will assume the responsibility of the office, including deputy authority, may also be responsible for assigning and supervising work of others within a division or divisions of the court. Some of the examples of work you'd be doing would be performing records clerk, accounting clerk, or registrar duties, assign, supervise, and review the work of other employees, answer administrative inquiries, prepare reports, and compile statistics. Graduation from high school or its equivalent is a must, plus at least 3 years of experience working in a court system or related professional environment. For more information and to look at more of the qualifications, requirements, and knowledge, skills, and abilities for this position, you can check out the full posting on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page. You can also visit statejobs.nebraska.gov for the detailed posting. Again, Custer County Court is looking for a full-time assistant clerk senior through Custer County Court.
Thank you, Brent. Tom Brady is not having any trouble making the transition from retirement in the NFL to being active in other walks of life. The retired GOAT has...
I'm sorry, that just sounds funny.
He's a retired GOAT.
I know he's referred to as the GOAT, which I'm not going to debate that, but it just sounds funny when you say the GOAT.
All right, the GOAT with all his free time and money. Well, what is he doing? He invested in the WNBA. Announced that he's going to be involved in that in an ownership, and that's going to be in the Las Vegas Aces. And he has a partial ownership in the team still to be approved by the league. And last October, Brady joined the ownership group of a Major League pickleball team.
Oh.
Yes. So he's not resting on his laurels or his 7 rings. He's bought a pickleball team and is getting involved in the WNBA, which I think is kind of cool there. The pickleball, I don't know.
I've never tried pickleball. I can't say anything about it. I know some people who absolutely love it.
They do.
Really enjoy playing pickleball.
I think it's one of those games, if you play, it's a lot of fun. But if you live in a neighborhood, I've read, and there was a story on it on a program about how neighborhoods, the people who don't play, it's driving them crazy.
Oh, really?
Because that particular click, that noise of the ball, and they're taking over tennis courts and parks, and there's, multiple people playing at the same time, and it's kind of disturbing, click, 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 because it kind of has its own sound to it.
I see.
I don't know if there'll probably be a lawsuit over that or exactly what will happen. But.
When is Tom going to be, so now that he's retired, is Tom Brady going to become the new analyst for the NFL for Fox? Didn't he sign a deal before he was done playing that he was going to join the Fox broadcast team and be like their lead analyst? I was just wondering if that's going to happen in the upcoming NFL season.
You'd know more about that than I would. Because I think you told me he was going to do that.
I think he signed a deal with him before he was done playing. Well, I was just kind of curious if he was going to start that this upcoming season or not.
Well, he's a little short on revenue, so...
Well, yeah, got to pay the bills.
If he's buying pickleball teams, he's going to have to do something. He'll probably be pretty good at it, I would think. Nobody.
I think so.
I mean, he understands the game like gangbusters.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not your favorite, but... I know you like that quarterback from the Green Bay that went to the Jets. What's his name?
Aaron Rodgers.
You like him, don't you?
I love No. I'm a Bears fan.
Oh, I know you have that.
How can I like Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Is he a Jet?
I thought
he's not. Is he officially a Jet now? I haven't heard.
Well, that was when he Well, when he came away from his dark retreat.
Right.
Didn't he talk about it?
Well, yeah, he's made it known, I think, that he wants to join the Jets, but I didn't know. I don't think has he signed a contract yet?
I don't know.
I think they're still trying to work out some things.
It might be like when you're a kid, and I'm not saying this happened to you, but I can certainly relate to it when there was a neighborhood football game and you chose up sides.
Oh, yeah.
And you were the last one picked.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't really want him that bad at New York.
Oh, I think they want him.
Do they really?
Yeah, I think they do.
Well, he's kind of I don't know if you... does he get along with his players?
Oh, I think so. I don't know.
Does he take them on sabbaticals?
So. I don't know.
On the dark side?
I don't know if he takes them.
They go and eat a bunch of mushrooms
into
or
the
something?
darkness with him or not. I don't know. We should turn out the lights one day and do the breakfast show in the dark. See if we're better for it. See what we come out of the breakfast show with, doing it in the darkness.
I have a bad feeling that it would sound something like this.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Because the challenges you face are getting bigger every year, BASF is committed to helping with more than boots on the ground. We're committed to boots in the mud, boots on the steps of your truck, your tractor, your combine, the linoleum tiles of your coffee shop, the concrete of your co-op, the gravel in your shed. So we can listen, learn firsthand, help right now to ensure success. BASF, helping you do the biggest job on Earth.
You've got a lot riding on your operation, and you need a hired hand that goes the distance to tackle bigger chores and reach bigger goals. So go big and get it done with a Bobcat compact track or skid steer loader. Bobcat, it's one tough animal.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. In my truck, I'll remember to follow at a safe distance. When you need to merge in front of a truck, please leave plenty of space. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
So I was on a little walk on Friday, and some friends drove down the street, and they stopped and rolled down the window to say hi, and said, "How you doing? How you doing? What are you doing?" And that was my question to them, and they said, "Oh, we're going to Sargent to the fish fry."
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Knights of Columbus fish fry. People will drive from afar to nearby to enjoy the Knights of Columbus fish fry. There's one more left, and that is this Friday in Sargent. Or, excuse me, in Ansley.
Okay.
They were going to Sargent, and I think the last one is at Ansley at the Ansley Community Building.
Wonderful.
They usually start around 5:30 or so. So put that on your calendar, the last Knights of Columbus fish fry, and it's so delicious.
Yeah.
Very good.
We've had an interactive show today.
That's good.
I've got text messages. Kirk Crawley says, fantastic, with a whole bunch of exclamation points for playing the Corvette song by George Jones. And I also received a text message. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay. This is great. Somebody texted me and said, yes, he is a Jet. And then about 2 minutes later, never mind.
Oh.
So maybe Aaron Rodgers is not quite a Jet yet. I have no idea.
And
I don't think they finalized the contract yet.
Well, apologies too. My phone was low on battery, and so it's in my office charging. So if you've tried to relate to yours truly, I didn't get the messages. But most of the time they text Brent because he checks his phone more often, and he Googles for us every once in a while on the show, and we just happen not to know something.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen.
Not very often. No. Once in a while we have to go to Google.
Yeah, or pay.
And it only... I'm now to the... it used to take me about a half hour to Google something. I think I've got it cut down to about 15 minutes.
That's not bad.
No.
That's impressive.
I'm gaining.
Hey, you have a coach's interview coming up for track?
Yes, tomorrow we're going to start our Broken Bow track reports. We're going to do this weekly. Started this a couple of years ago. We'll do them on Tuesday during the noon sports on KCNI, 1280 AM and 96.3 FM. Broken Bow started their track season on Friday at the Aurora Invitational. And if you want to see the results, you can check out the story posted on sandhillsexpress.com. Also did an interview with Coach Ryan Witovic last week. And we're going to play that back for you for our first Broken Bow track report, which will be tomorrow on KCNI Radio. And then we'll be live at some of the bigger area track meets for you again this year. We plan to be in Arnold on April 6th for the South Loop Track and Field Invitational, and we'll be reporting live from it throughout the day. And then I believe April 14th is the day of the Burwell Track and Field Invitational, which includes many of our area teams. So we'll be there live for it as well as we try to cover track and field for you this year.
All right. Thank you, Brent. That concludes our Monday edition of the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Join us at 7:30.
Sounds good.
Here's your weatherology forecast.
Something is happening here, but you don't know what it is.